How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kevin, and basically on this channel we just talk about all things editing. Drake recently released a new song called Toosie Slide, I think that's how you pronounce it. And yeah, the cover art for this was pretty eye-catching and kind of reminded me of a cover art that he did for Back to Back. I think that was like a diss track on Meek Mill. So I'm gonna show in both examples here, and I'm gonna show you how to pull off this type of aesthetic. It's really simple, it's really easy, and yeah, this video shouldn't be a long one. If you want to learn something new today, stick around, yeah, let's get into it.
Oh man, not again.
So all the files for this are going to be in the description below, so you can download them and basically follow along step by step. Yeah, enough talking, let's just hop into our computer and let's get going. So basically I'm going to start off by creating a new document. I'm going to make this 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels. So let's just call this, so we have our background in, let's just drag and drop in a photo that we want to use for this. So as I said, everything is in the description. I'm just going to use this photo right here. Perfect. Let's just scale this up a tiny bit, and yeah, like so. I think that looks pretty good right there. So now let's just add in a few little effects before we put on that kind of net overlay. Come up to our filter gallery and let's just add in some noise. Just come over here and add noise. So we only want to add in a small amount here. If I go too much, as you can see, that just looks crazy. So let's just put in a tiny bit here just to sharpen things up a tiny bit. So once we've done that, we can just come down here to our adjustment layer tabs, and we're going to add in a new pattern like that. Cool. So let's just come down to this little drop down and this little tab here. As you can see, there's a load of different textures that are actually stock within Photoshop, and we're actually going to use one of them. So come down to web patterns right here, and let's press OK. I'm just going to click the first one, and as you can see, it has that kind of little net pattern going on there, and that's what we're going to use. So let's just click that and let's press OK. On our first layer, as you can see, we have that right there, and we have the cover photo underneath. Let's just come up to our top layer and we can mess around with this a bit. So I'm going to come down to the blend option, and I'm just going to make it a soft light like so. So as you can see, we kind of have that vibe going on here. We just want to make a few little adjustments, make this pop a tiny bit more. So let's just come up to filter and press blur, and we're going to add in a Gaussian blur. We can convert this to a smart object, and as you can see, straight away it's looking a lot better. You can just adjust this a tiny bit, but I think around 0.9 pixels is perfect for this. Press OK, and as you can see, it's very similar at this moment in time. So once we have that, we can just come down to our layer underneath and just press Ctrl J on our keyboard, duplicating the layer. So just come up to our opacity and let's just bring this down a tiny bit. We can just press Ctrl T on our keyboard, and we can just move this around a tiny bit. So as you can see in the original, it's kind of a bit blurry and the details aren't as sharp, so that kind of just gives that effect. So let's just press enter. Things are coming along nicely. So once we've done that, we can just shift and click both of these layers, right click, and let's just merge these layers together. Now we can just come over to our image and adjustments, and let's just add in some brightness and bring down our contrast like that. So here's how it is looking after we have just edited the photo. Still have to add in the text and stuff, but here is a quick look at how we are doing right now. Let's add in some text and let's get this going. So let's just press T on our keyboard. Let's just type in whatever you want. So I'm going to put in like that. So I've just typed in Toosie Slide, and I'm just going to come and press Ctrl T. Let's just reduce the size a tiny bit. Bring it to where you want to position it, like this. And now let's just click our text again, press Ctrl T, and just hold shift and drag up, stretching this out a good bit, like that. Perfect. So now all we have to do is just get the color for it, and I have the color code right here. just come over to our color tab and press Ctrl V on the text. Right, but all we have to do is just add in that parental guidance figure in the bottom left. So I'm just going to come up and just drag and drop that in like so. Just scale it down and position it like that. So once we've done that little parental guidance thing, let's just add in one more little effect that I forgot to put in at the start, and that is this little overlay. This will really make this album art pop. So we're just going to drag it and drop it in, and let's just scale it up a good bit. We're just going to come over, press screen like so, and as you can see, it has that white little splatter like that. That's looking pretty good to me. Let's just drag it underneath the text and underneath that pattern there like that. And yeah, here is the finished product of how that is looking. Right, so that's that one. Let's just move on to the cover for Back to Back.
Not again. Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley. You can never check
Very
me.
easy to pull off, so I'm gonna just show you how to do that really quick. So let's just make a new little document, and we're just gonna make it the exact same, 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels. Let's just call this Drake Back to Back, and let's just drag and drop the image of the crowd that we want to use. So I'm gonna use this one right here, and I thought it was only fitting to use a Toronto crowd for this one. It's a big Drake poster in the background, but yeah, we're gonna crop that out of it, and we're gonna just use this section right here. Press OK, and as you can see in the original, you can't really make out the details in their faces. So I'm just gonna come up here and I'm going to press filter, and I'm gonna come to blur and add in a Gaussian blur. I'm gonna leave it around 4.1 pixels or whatever, just around that area, and yeah, that kind of blurs out all the faces for me. I'm gonna come over to filter, and let's just add in some noise like so, and yeah, around that is good. That. And let's just make it uniform. Press OK on our layer, and now all we have to do is just come up to filter, into our filter gallery, and I'm just going to add some splatter under brush strokes. You can play with the spray radius, and I'm just going to leave it something like that. I think that's looking pretty good to me. And now all we have to do is just add in the text, and we can just bump up the colors on this a tiny bit. So let's just come to image, adjustments, vibrance. We're just going to bring up the vibrance and the saturation like that. And last thing, image. So let's just bring up the brightness a tiny bit and just bring down the contrast like so. Right, so once we've done all those little adjustments, the last thing to do is just add in our text. Let's just press T on our keyboard, press text, and let's just type in back in lower cases. Select it anywhere and just come over to edit, transform, and let's just flip this horizontal like that. Let's just leave it there, and just to make this the same size, I'm just going to press Ctrl J on the keyboard, press V, bring it up, and let's just type in to back like that. And we can just do the opposite. So just come over to edit, transform, and let's flip that horizontal like that. So we have the exact same size. Convert this to a smart object, convert the bottom one to a smart object, and we can just select both of these, and let's just merge these layers. So now we can have complete control of this. I'm just going to press Ctrl T, bring it down like that, and just center that wherever you want like that. Obviously you can come up to your filter, add some noise to that if you want, just to make it blend in a bit more. And yeah, here is how that is looking right now. Right, so I'm gonna put up a little comparison of how we done today. I think we came pretty close, and I think it's looking pretty similar to the original pieces of artwork. So let me know what you think of this video. It really helps the channel grow. Be it a like, comment, subscribe, just give some feedback in some sort of way. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. That's it for today. I know it was a very quick tutorial, but I hope you learned something. Hope everyone's staying safe out there, and yeah, salut.